Just a quiet little morning here as we're heading over to the boatyard to get some painting done. And right over there on the roof of our car, as we started driving away, we noticed that there was a little passenger. It's a little frog. We'll see if I can try to get him off of the car so that he doesn't end up on the highway with us. All right, buddy. Go on. Go on. Go on. Get out of here. That's not a safe space to be, buddy.
Going back in the bathroom, which is my oh-so-favorite place to do my oh-so-favorite thing of finishing up the head hose project. We did get the TRUDESIGN Y-valve, not sponsored, and it comes with all the attachments that I need for it and everything, but it looks so cool. It's got like words and valves and stuff, and it is way, way nicer than our old one. And so I'm really excited about it. And in theory, these 3 holes should fit the old spacing for it. I think they're only slightly bigger. The last one was really just being held to the piece of wood by 1 screw. So, which I can understand. It's impossible to just get even 1 hand in there, let alone be able to see this hole and to put a screw through it. Access is not great in that space, but we will get this in here. We have to. We don't really have a choice. So, let's go.
So one project we haven't actually gotten around to for quite a while. We had it in our survey, but it was just such a big project at the time that we never did it. But now that we're hauled out, we might as well knock it out. Our air conditioner is connected to the same input that our engine is. So this probably won't ever happen, and we are being careful not to do it, but it is a risk that if you have 2 inputs, the raw water coming into your boat, they both come in from one input, one's going to your engine, one's going to your AC. Your engine's running and cooling with that water, and then you turn on the AC and it pulls all that water away from your engine. That's not a good thing. You definitely don't want to have that happen. So one of the recommendations was to make sure we had a separate input just for our air conditioning. So we've been looking at this company called TRUDESIGN, which makes these very nice looking seacocks. The ones we have on the boat are Grocco bronze, but we were looking at the design of these and we really like them overall. This is a titanium piece. This would be what goes on the outside of the boat. So you have the, this is outside, this would be where the hull is, and then this is clamping down on the inside of the hull. And then this piece here connects to that. And there's also a collar that provides more kind of like stability against the hull, and it can survive up to like getting a weight of 500 pounds on it, which is really nice. So we're gonna have to drill a hole in the boat to get this in and go from there. That looks like enough clearance with everything around it. And that should let us turn this safely. Even if there was a hose coming out of here, we'd still be able to get in there to turn that. And it's not blocking this guy in any way, actually. I think I want it here. Yeah, that gives me the most space to turn this without being in the way of anything. I'm not worried that whatever comes out of this can go that way, because it has to go towards the air conditioning. And that looks like a pretty good spot, so I think we have to mark. X marks the spot. How? Happy with that, Spandana?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
That was fast.
Yep. That was faster than I thought it would be. Alright, switching bits. was great. Oh. That's really flush too. So we just need to go on the inside and close it up. I can see our ceiling. I mean our hatch and the ceiling of the cabin, but yeah.
So a fun little finding. If any of you have thought of buying that bit that fits the McFlurry spoon, I have thought about it. I don't know if you have, but this is very similar. So, I'm trying to do this one hand. So, this pencil box comes with a sharpener that goes on here. Let's get a pencil out. And if you want to come closer for the oddly satisfying moment, see, there's the pencil. It's taking everything I have not to do the whole box, but there's no reason to. And now you have a reason to do that. And also on our camera. Maybe we came too close.
That was the last layer. We've got all 9 layers done. So really now it's just take the tape off and see how good a taping job we did and if we have a nice crisp line for our new water line.
Starting in the middle of nowhere, huh?
Well, I have a place to grab here.
Ooh.
Oh, that looks great. Good job.
Probably gloves.
Good job to our resident taper. Spandana. Okay. Oh, that's looking awesome.
Yeah, baby. Oh, and for those of you wondering, that second set of tape that goes all the way back, that is, I've termed it a rain gutter. Basically, I folded half the tape and folded it out so it becomes a lip all around the boat, and that protects us from the lighter rain and condensation and water drips that come down. And you can actually see one little part of it where it failed, and you can see the one drop of water coming down, but thankfully the paint is dry, almost dry. So that has worked out really, really well along with the tarp. And whoo, Dave is untaping some more. Let's get back to Dave and his untaping.
That looks really good. So much sand trapped under the tape. Painting's done, so that means that we need to get everything else done so we can launch. And next thing we need to do is finalize on the through hull. So it's dry fitted in, it's tightened in, and we painted all around it. Now we're going to epoxy it onto the boat and make it a permanent part of the boat. And to do that, we need to make sure that we have everything on. We're very happy with how it looks because once we epoxy, there's no going back. So first step is going to be adding on this, which is the collar. This is a 500-pound load-bearing collar, which basically means if anything ever falls on this, and even if it's resting there for a long time, that this could hold up to 500 pounds without breaking the through hull off. If the through hull breaks off, there's a hole in the boat. So it's very nice to have this collar, which is very solid. So I think this just goes onto it. Like that's the through hull there. I think that just goes on like that. And then we take the maybe that's not how it goes. Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. This makes more sense. This piece here has a little squarish thing here. That slots into there, and now this basically acts as a single piece, and that is what we can now screw on. Okay, so now I need you to go outside the boat. So Spawn's going to go outside and hold it so that we can make sure that when we're fully tightened down, the position of the through hole on the outside is where we want it to be, and she's going to mark that so we can epoxy it at that position.
Okay. 2 hours before we go in the slings, we finish the head hoses. I want that incinerator toilet so we can just get rid of head hoses. But it is done. And let's go. What happened?
I think we've got a leak. Don't think we can launch.